Good day to everybody. I'm Michael Duck from Marintec, China, and Inform Markets. I'm here to interview James Frew, the Business Consultancy Director for Lloyds Register, leading provider of classification and compliance services to the marine and offshore industries. Good morning to you, James. Good to have you on board.
Good afternoon, Michael. Great to speak to you today.
Thank you very much. In a few sentences, would you like to just introduce yourself and your background and with the company, please?
Of course, delighted to. So my name's James Frew. As you mentioned, I'm Business Consultancy Director for Lloyds Register. The business consultancy team within LR is now 30 people nearly, and it's really a response to the challenges that LR sees the industry facing. I think everyone knows that LR's been on something of a journey in terms of enhancing our investment in the maritime industries. That's because we see that the challenges of digitalization and decarbonisation as being really transformative for the industry.
Well, let's go on to sort of talk about some of those fuels and the innovation within Lloyds Register. How do you evaluate the new greenhouse gas emissions reduction strategy? And what are the alternatives? We hear obviously with hydrogen and green hydrogen, green methane, even LNG, ammonia, biodiversal, and dare I say it's nuclear and electrification. So there seems to be a big basket that's coming out of the position now.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that LR firmly believes in a multi-fuel future. So, it will be, there are certain fuels or certain solutions, I should say, that are going to be very appropriate for certain ship types. Even looking at things like electrification and batteries for sort of short sea or ferries looks very interesting. Larger vessels, some will burn methanol, some will burn ammonia, some will burn LNG, and I think we're seeing some quite interesting developments happening around sort of biogas, as well as, of course, LR's sort of staunch work to try and address the issues of methane slip through the MAMI coalition. So I would say, yes, we do see quite a lot of work going in there. I think the point you made was precisely right, that looking at the life cycle impact of fuels is really important, and not just taking into account, say, the tank to wake emissions, but all emissions. I think is going to be quite key to what we're seeing. LR's doing a lot of work around that life cycle emissions, both in terms of verification and certification, but also looking at how you can reduce those life cycle emissions across the different fuel types. So yeah, there's a lot of work going on, but in terms of sort of the fuel selection piece, we're definitely looking at a multi-fuel future, and I think LR is just working with clients to select the right fuels. We're doing a recent project with a leading ship owner looking to design a sort of MR tanker of the future, and it's about trying to map that ship's trading patterns, its operational profile, and selecting the correct fuel and the optimal fuel for that vessel.
What are we expecting to see from Lloyds Register in terms of what you want to bring to China and what you're looking for at the exhibition from the market there?
Sure. So what we're trying to do, I think, is talk about the new potential designs of vessels. I think we've seen a lot of focus around new gas carriers to serve the new trades. LR's obviously got significant exposure in areas such as ammonia, so I think we certainly see that as being important. as well as I say, a real focus on decarbonisation and supporting the industry on its decarbonisation journey, whether that's around life cycle emissions of building a ship, obviously within Marintec, whether it's around the emissions of equipment, whether it's around mitigating some of the difficult to solve challenges like methane slip. That's really a big part of our focus, as well as, of course, digitalisation as an enabler to efficient performance and indeed reduced emissions impact as well.
Is there anything you'd like to add for the podcast?
I think mainly LR's delighted to be at Marintec. It's obviously a fantastic event, and I think it also showcases the really important role that Chinese shipbuilding can perform and does perform in terms of serving global trade more generally, and indeed helping the industry to decarbonise. So yeah, it'll be fantastic to reconnect with some old friends, to meet some new contacts, and discuss how we can support the industry in terms of the twin challenges that you identified around digitalisation and decarbonisation.
Thank you very much for everyone there. James, it's great to see you, great to hear you, and thanks for your time today. And I look forward to seeing you in Shanghai very soon.
Pleasure. Great. Thanks a lot. Lovely to meet you, Michael. Thank you, everyone.